Bugonia is the latest film from director Yorgos Lanthimos, who has graced the presence of the Venice Film Festival a couple times now. He actually won when he had Poor Things screened, I think 2 years ago, right? And here in Bugonia, he assembles a cast of Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Stavros, and Alicia Silverstone to remake the Save the Green Planet film, a South Korean film from 2003, and gives it kind of his own twist. Two conspiracy-obsessed young men who kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying Earth. There's a lot of like comedy in there, some really over-the-top moments. It's the reason why Emma Stone shaved her head. I watched the original Save the Green Planet for this one. This is also one of the films that usually all of the directors leave director statements for the film. Yorgos did not leave one, which makes us jump straight into our review and our thoughts. And I just want to hand it over to you because I don't know much like what I got to say about the film.
I mean,
it's a very Lanthimosian film, but like I don't know if I liked it a lot.
I looked at you the moment the movie ended, and I asked you one question: how hard has Lanthimos Save the Green Planet? And I don't know when you told me actually.
Quite a bit. I don't remember either, but it's like so much more dialogue. The original is way more of a thriller, of a
also
crime
shorter,
thriller,
right?
of like it's also shorter. It feels a lot shorter too.
Yeah.
The dynamics are flipped. Like the CEO is originally a man, and the relationship between like Jesse Plemons, like the two conspiracy theorists, like it's a guy and his cousin, I believe, Aiden Delbus, the actor there. That is a romantic relationship in the original, but it plays with similar things. I just found them to be way less interesting in Bugonia. It has the aesthetic, the opening of like the beehive, and makes that connection with these Andromeda aliens. You know, we don't want to spoil where it ends, but I think some people were disappointed with how this one's. It's also different from Save the Green Planet. I also won't spoil that one, but that one ends like in a pretty big fashion. This one does too, but it feels like Bugonia is so much more like spelling out every step along the way and less like thrilling. It's more comedic, but those comedic moments are way more drawn out. But I mean, neither of the performances, right, were the ones that we were saying, oh, this needs to get an award. And I think I didn't see, apart from Jesse Plemons, for some people, like not many people talk about it, which is something that you'd want out of like a movie like this, right? The performances and the screenplay are to stand out. And they really weren't.
Yeah, for me it felt a lot of surface level. So these two young guys, they kidnap Emma Stone. The most interesting things are the dialogue when Emma Stone first wakes up and she realizes, and she sort of, she wants to get the high ground, but then realizes she doesn't, so she has to compromise. That whole dynamic, absolutely adore. But then when you have the dialogue between each other of, hey, why are you doing this? Well, this is the reason. It doesn't feel as confrontational as it should have been. It feels very surface level. I get it, because Jesse Plemons is sort of in an echo chamber, so he isn't open for any other ideologies, and I get that. But it really should have been more confrontational between the two of them, really clashing heads, and it was more like Emma Stone was the image of that guy standing in front of a brick wall, and that isn't really enjoyable to watch at all. And it really is, for me, the ending that actually saves the whole movie. Because I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but because it doesn't feel as confrontational, the middle section is sort of and it's really saved by the moment they start kidnapping her and the ending itself, which is also very much Lanthimos. But it doesn't feel as earned to go full on Lanthimos in the end.
I think it doesn't really try to over-explain too much, but it ends up having a bunch of characters that maybe would need a bit more context. Like, I don't get the whole character that Stavros comes into, which I feel confident in like saying what this character is, but he's a cop, keeps showing up and basically was the babysitter at one point for Jesse Plemons. He very like openly says that like there was some sexual abuse at one point, and I don't know like what I don't know what that was for. Was it like to give us a like reason maybe why Jesse is that like fanatic, or like was it some sort of trauma? And it doesn't really use that. Like, it feels like you said so surface level, and there's no tension between those two when there's actual like reason for tension. And then he tries to search it somewhere else. And then the question is it justified? Is she an alien and he's actually like a hero? Is she not and he's just a maniac? And then even if she is, what was the cost of like maybe the times where he got it wrong? And all comes back to, I think Save the Green Planet just did it a lot better. It's a movie that didn't need a remake. I don't think that Lanthimos is adding much to it. He adds a bit more comedy. It also feels a bit more like sadistic and fatalistic, the way that like some characters meet their ends. It's what he does often, you know, this sort of like out of nowhere and someone's just dead in the most brutal way. What do you play it for? Is it for comedy? Is it for like how absurd it is? Is it for making a picture of our world that is like, oh, we are humans beyond saving, we are so like, you know.
Are we gonna talk about the ending or not? Are we doing spoilers or not?
I don't know, the movie is still way out until it like actually releases, but
well, then I'll only say one more thing. The house where the film takes place looks a lot like the house from The Beekeeper. Like that was the first thing I thought when seeing the location. I was like,
and it makes sense, you know, the film like, you know, has the opening with the flowers.
Like the actual location looked a lot like The Beekeeper, where Jason Statham lived.
That's another thing that was like, Save the Green Planet was a bit more like a secluded area where the house was, and the like lateral layout of the house added so much more to like the tension of it all, which I think was kind of underutilized here. It is a very South Korean thing that like architecture is so important in how like the camera moves and that you physically know where, and I feel like that was a lesser focus in, you know, this version.
So in the end, Bugonia left us sort of cold.
It did. No warm honey feeling at the end. Yeah, I mean, because it's this beast. I ended up giving it a 6 out of 10. You also gave it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, the jury grid gave it a 3.42 out of 5, which isn't a bad rating.
No.
There was definitely some people who liked it, some people who collected less with it, but it is a well-made movie. It's just not one that really stands out as like one of the year's best, which is something that you could expect from Lanthimos.
Especially, yeah.